It's a quick update on our EGR cooler replacement. It was leaking and turned out to be a little bigger of a job. The exhaust manifold was leaking. We pulled it off and sent it down to the machine shop for resurfacing. It was a little dicey on put a straight edge on it. So for the time it takes, it's worth it to resurface the manifold. Get a nice fit onto the head. It's the exhaust brake, air cylinder. This stuff is all really tough to get at when it's assembled. And also threw a new block heater in. Now's the time. The parts have been on there for a while. It's well worth it to do it now. And this is the EGR valve and the bolts to the back end of the cooler. See how much is plugged up. Just years of soot, and then it's getting coolant in there. There's not much flow going on. So not very efficient. Once we get the manifold back, it's just going back together. Now this one here, we're doing the rear brakes, replacing the brake spider. Holds the S-cam tube, shoes and everything. We weren't happy with it. It was didn't seem to be aligned properly. So they're not that expensive. You know, these graded bolts, just bolts up to the axle tube. And this is seals in ABS, tone ring. See the ABS sensor right there. Yeah, make sure this sensor is pushed all the way in towards the outside. Sometimes if you hit it or something, it's got to be a real close air gap there. You'll get a ABS code, and there's no way you can get at it once everything's assembled. So just be careful putting the hub back on. Make sure you don't bump it, and you'll be good, because it's happened, and it's pretty frustrating. You got to start pulling everything off again. Yeah, this is the spider I was telling you about. It bolts right to the axle, the tube, and we're replacing it because it's not aligned properly. It's not square, and we just didn't want to take any chances. So we got one coming, and it's easy to replace. It's only it's less than $200. So we just didn't want to take any chances. See the S-cam tube, maxi pot, or the complete pot assembly bolts here, and everything will be square, and it'll make a difference on the push rod travel too. So once that comes in, we'll be reassembling that.